everyone! Welcome back to Tech Minds. I'm Kevin, your host, your filter, your occasional glitch in the Matrix. Before we jump into tonight's episode, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you. Seriously, if you tuned into episode 1, you won't like what AI sees in you. Thank you. If you're here again, that means you're not afraid of uncomfortable truths, and I respect that. All right, let's get to it. Tonight's episode, Cybersecurity is Dead. Long live cyber resilience. Big title, I know, but look, it's earned. See, for decades, we treated cybersecurity like a wall. Build it higher, build it stronger. Passwords, firewalls, encryption. Boom, safe. Except now, the bad guys, they don't break the door. They walk in with your keycard, wave hello to the receptionist, and just blend in. So what do we do when the threat isn't, outside, but it's already inside the system? That's what we're unpacking tonight. My guest is someone who's seen this shift firsthand and, lived to rebuild after the breach.
This podcast is fictional and entirely AI-generated. All guests are anonymous and represent composite identities. Opinions expressed do not reflect any individual or organization and are intended for educational and reflective purposes only.
All right, we're live. My guest tonight is R. We're calling him that because, well, you'll understand. R used to lead incident response at one of the top fintech unicorns in Silicon Valley, until it wasn't a unicorn anymore. It was an open wound. R, welcome to Tech Minds. Let's talk breach. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, open wound is not wrong. It started like so many do, a flagged email. Looked like routine phishing. We thought it was handled.
But it wasn't?
Nope. The attacker already had access. They were already in. Mimicking employee behavior, logging in during normal hours, using real credentials.
So, basically invisible.
Exactly. No red flags, no malware, just thus, but not us.
Everyone thinks hacks are loud, but the best ones? They're silent.
Totally. It's like perfect crime leaves no fingerprints, right? We didn't realize it until I saw screenshots on Reddit. Customer data, our platform. Cybersecurity as we know it isn't just changing, it's fundamentally broken. When billion-dollar companies are discovering data breaches through Reddit posts, we need to completely rethink how we protect ourselves online.
Wait, Reddit? What exactly happened with this Reddit situation?
Yup, freaking Reddit. Picture this. You're running security at, a major fintech unicorn. Everything seems totally fine. Then one day you're casually browsing Reddit and you see screenshots of your own customer data being shared. That's literally how they discovered their massive breach.
So their first indication wasn't from their security systems, but from social media? Wow. What's that moment like?
Sickening. You think, that's it, my job, my name, maybe my freedom. And here's the truly terrifying part. By that point, the attackers, they had already been inside the systems for months, just hanging out, using legitimate employee credentials, logging in during business hours. Just blending in perfectly.
Man. So these hackers they were essentially wearing digital camouflage, walking around like they owned the place? What did you do?
Lockdown. Full incident mode. We pulled cables, worked 72 hours straight, slept under desks. But it was already too late. And look, that's exactly what makes this case so significant. We've spent decades thinking about cybersecurity like it's a fortress. But what happens when the threat isn't trying to break down your walls anymore?
Ouch. That must have been brutal.
Brutal and humbling. I remember pacing the office just thinking we built this castle and they tunneled under the moat.
At what point did you realize, that this was bigger than just a technical fix?
When legal walked in, they wanted a public statement that minimized the impact. No customer data was compromised. Bullshit. I'd seen database dumps on the dark web with real names, real emails.
That's the moral conflict.
Exactly. Do you tell the truth and tank the company? Or do you lie and, preserve your job? That really haunted me.
Man. But, so, what caused it?
Trust. A senior employee got socially engineered just enough access. And boom.
So, the human layer.
It is always the human layer.
Sounds like we need a completely different approach to security. Let's pause there. Cybersecurity versus cyber resilience. I mean, what's the difference?
Okay, so cybersecurity is let's stop the breach. Resilience is let's survive the breach. It's a different mindset. Instead of just focusing on prevention, companies need to assume breaches will happen and plan for survival. It's like the difference between trying to prevent all car accidents versus, say, designing better airbags in crumple zones.
That's actually a really helpful analogy. So what does cyber resilience look like in practice?
Well, there are like 3 key indicators of a company that really gets it. First, they regularly run breach simulations. Not just, tabletop exercises, but full-scale what-if scenarios.
Like fire drills for cyber attacks.
Exactly, but even more complex. Second, they have detailed escalation plans that have been tested and refined. And third, and this is crucial, they have an absolute commitment to immediate truth-telling when something goes wrong.
That last one seems particularly challenging in today's corporate environment.
Oh, you have no idea. Most companies get caught up in damage control and PR spin. But here's what's fascinating. The companies that immediately come clean actually tend to recover faster and maintain more trust.
Of course. Okay, final takeaways?
Train your people. Assume breach. Build reflexes, not just defenses.
That was R. Experienced. Anonymous. Tired, probably. R, thank you. Seriously, for being open. Sharing the stuff most folks bury under NDAs. And to everyone listening, if you think cybersecurity is someone else's job, it's not. Whether you are an engineer or a barista reusing the same Wi-Fi password on 7 devices, you're part of this chain. And as we've seen, chains break at the human link. So change your password. Update your habits. Build resilience, not just resistance. This was Tech Minds. I'm Kevin, and we'll be back with another story, another pattern, another mind. Until then, stay alert, stay curious, and yeah, stay human.